Why? I wanted to say it at the same time.
That was great. Welcome to Engaged and Divorced, where I wear the rings.
And I'm trying to figure out these damn things. We're back after a 1 week break.
I know. Didn't you miss us? I know you did.
I missed recording with you.
I missed it too. It's been a while.
This is always a highlight of my week. It's a lot of fun.
Yeah.
To just like hang out with you and
sister time.
Yeah, I feel like we're just having regular conversations, but we are recording and filming at the same time.
I know. I forget people actually like listen to it. It's like we're not just talking. It's weird.
I know.
But man, I'm glad we didn't record last week because I was very sick, and as you can probably still hear it, but I'm doing better. So that's my life update. I basically didn't do anything for a week straight.
Sometimes you have to do that too.
Yeah.
I know for you that's like torture.
It was very hard.
Seeing your updates every day, you were like, maybe I'll finally be productive today. And then you're like, psych, I'm still sick.
It was rough. I tried to be like, I still like taught classes and everything, but then I'd be coughing the whole time. So yeah, sometimes you just have to take a break for you, and even though
self-care.
It sucks. Yeah. And now I have so much like pent up energy that like I just the last couple of days I've like haven't been able to sleep. So anyway.
Lovely.
That's my life update. Do you have any updates for us?
Well, I went to Florida for a week. Some stuff went down with David's family, so they asked me to come, and I went, and it was a pretty good time. But then I'm like the opposite of you. If I take like a week off, I have a really hard time finding the motivation to like keep going the next week. This week has been like a struggle for me to like get back into the swing of things. Like I just started filming yesterday. Monday and Tuesday, I basically did nothing except for like clean.
Yeah.
And the kids are still on fall break right now. They have like the longest breaks ever. It's like 2 weeks every time there's a break. and it limits what I can do and what I can get done.
Yeah.
Because I always feel so bad when I have to film when they're home, because I'm like, guys, be quiet, I'm filming. Like, because it'll pick up any noise of them, playing and stuff. Right. And I hate doing that for like 3 hours at a time. When I'm filming a try-on, it's like I'm filming for 3 to 4 hours at a time, and I hate being like, don't make a noise.
Yeah.
Even when they're on their iPads, they'll still like make noise, and I'm like, and I just feel like a terrible mom by telling them to be quiet. So whenever they're home on break, I feel like I don't get things done. But
I mean, that makes
I'm
sense.
here for the podcast, so this is progress. Yeah. Getting back into it.
Where are they?
Where are they? The kids? Yeah. Oh, they're with David right now.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, we have an episode today where we're answering your guys' questions. I asked you to ask us questions, and you guys sent some good ones in. So we're going to review those in a minute. Any updates on your life, Kylie, other than being sick?
I mean, not particularly. I mean, it's almost Halloween, so that's very exciting. The peanut butter cup iced coffee is back at Dunkin'.
Ew.
This is like my PSL. Like, this is like my favorite
gross.
coffee. It is so freaking good. I was begging them every time they posted on Instagram. I would say, bring back peanut butter, like every single time. I love Dunkin'. It's my favorite. So don't go for me.
What the heck does peanut butter coffee taste like?
You want to try? I mean, I'm sick, but probably not contagious.
Here's the thing. I hate all things peanut butter. I'm not a peanut butter fan.
Oh,
so I don't think I'll
peanut
like
butter.
this.
You're not going to like it then.
It doesn't really smell like peanut butter that much.
It's so good. It literally tastes like a Reese's.
That's not bad.
It's pretty good, isn't it?
Yeah, that's not bad. It doesn't taste too peanut buttery to me.
Yeah. But
it's like a nice hint.
I had it for the first time last year, and I was like, bring it back, because they only have it for like a month of the year. Stupid. But
yeah.
Okay, that's the life update.
Okay. Ready to jump right in?
Yeah, I don't think I have anything else to say, really.
Okay, there's no order to these questions, and they're kind of all over the place. So,
okay.
Here's a random one for you guys. What's your favorite type of sandwich and why?
Oh. Okay. Mine's easy.
Okay, go ahead.
Grilled cheese, because I'm not a fan of sandwiches. I'm really not a sandwich person. I like Subway where you can put a bunch of toppings on it, but like I don't like just like a turkey and cheese. Like that's not good to me. I've never liked peanut butter and jelly. I think like I just love grilled cheese, especially if you add some tomato in there, some pickles. Like that's the good stuff. So I would have to go with a classic grilled cheese or like a BLT grilled cheese type of situation.
Good choice. Have you had
Yeah.
Starbucks grilled cheese yet?
No, I didn't know they had it. But Dunkin' does.
It's life changing.
Oh yeah,
It's the best grilled cheese I've ever had.
I'll have to try it out
You
next
need to
time.
try it out.
What's your favorite type?
I don't know. I love sandwiches. I like a good Reuben, Yum.
Fancy?
Have you ever had one?
Yes.
Okay. I think they're delicious. I also like Italian subs,
Okay.
but mayonnaise is the key. Like I just had to have mayonnaise on my sandwiches. It just adds to that moistness.
Oh God. I just have to have cheese. But one sandwich, Sloppy Joe's. What?
Ew.
I don't
gross.
like pulled pork sandwiches. I don't like
No,
any
I don't
type
either.
of like meat.
I agree.
Yeah.
Meatball subs, like that's Dad's
Oh,
favorite. I hate
God.
that.
When the bread gets soggy, that's
Yeah.
no.
That's a crime.
Yeah, for sure.
I need my sandwich to be like toasted
Yes.
and firm.
I was trying so hard to hold it.
Kylie's gonna be coughing a lot this episode,
Okay.
you guys. Do you ever get jealous of each other, or have you ever had a fight?
Have we ever had a fight?
Have we ever had a fight?
No.
Have we?
I don't think we ever did, even when I was younger, because it was like a weird age difference where if we would have been fighting, you were never mean to me.
Oh, that's good.
You were never Jeremy was, but you were never mean to me.
Okay.
Was I ever mean to you?
No. You were.
I was just honest as a kid.
Yeah. I don't think we've ever had a fight.
No, I don't think so either.
I don't even know if we ever would. I feel like our personalities just get along really well together.
Yeah. I can't really see us fighting.
No. I can't either, really. Unless we got like annoyed by each other's presence for long periods of time. That's usually when I get agitated with people, when people are in my space for too long.
I feel like we would just go our own ways, like we would know not
Yeah.
to talk to each other. But so yeah, I guess we're not like the typical siblings where it's like we used to fight every day. But
I think if we had grown up closer in age,
Yeah.
probably. But still, even then, like I think of Jeremy. Jeremy and I are 2 years apart, and we never really fought.
yeah, our fights were like kind of fake, but I would get really mad at him because he'd make fun of me, and then I'd like punch him like 6 times in the arm, and he'd be like, "Stop."
Jeremy and I used to collectively make fun of you. We did do that.
That's true. They were rude.
And Mom and Dad would be like, "Don't make fun of Kylie's things."
Yeah,
we would
'cause-
always be like, "You like Ashley Tisdale? Oh, she's such a
They
loser."
made fun of me for liking Jesse McCartney, for liking the Cheetah Girls, all of those things.
Cheetah Girls, Cheetah Sisters.
Yeah, you can't watch
I
Cheetah
like
Girls
that
now.
movie.
Exactly.
I made fun of you for that.
Well, I don't know. Jeremy did.
Well, I think we made fun of you for liking Ashley Tisdale in High School Musical, and
Oh, who doesn't like High School Musical though? For real, it slaps.
I mean, I don't, but now Eden loves it, so I have to like
You
it for her.
don't?
It's like not my.
You
it's-
didn't grow up on it.
Yeah, it was more of your growing up on. So, but have you ever been jealous of me?
Probably as a kid, because I don't know. I feel like you always had a lot of attention,
Yeah.
but you like kind of wanted the attention, whereas I was more like independent. I feel like, but maybe I was jealous of that. Like probably when you were in high school, I would say. But I don't think I've experienced that since then.
Yeah, I think I remember Dad calling me when I was in Florida and telling me he like found a note in your room or like something in your room on the floor, and it was like it said how you're jealous of me because I get everything I want or something. And I was like, "Why are you telling me this, Dad? Like I just feel bad now, and I can't do anything about it. I can't be there." But I feel like that's probably a common thing with when you have an older sibling.
Yeah. Well, and I was in like, I think that was in like middle school because I kept so many diaries and I was so dramatic. But yeah, that was probably me, just like the hormones, like, I don't know how to handle this.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, I mean,
I don't think I've ever been jealous of you. I think like, I guess if there's one thing that I've maybe had an inkling of jealousy of, it would be like your and Basil's relationship, because you guys have like a healthy relationship.
Yeah, yeah.
But it's not been anything where it's like, I can't be happy for you because I'm divorced.
Right.
Like people were like, wasn't that hard for you to be at Kylie's wedding when you were divorced? I'm like, no.
Right.
The day wasn't about me. I wasn't thinking about myself. Like I was there for you. and Basil, and I wasn't thinking about it,
Right.
you know?
Totally. And I think that's just being mature.
Thank you.
So good job.
I'll try.
All right. People are wanting tea and we just don't have
I
any.
know.
We're like, everything's
we're super
great.
boring.
We get along.
There's tea in other parts of our family.
That's
definitely.
True. That's true.
But not with each other. So, we want to spice up our love life. Any advice?
Oh.
Okay.
Spice it up.
Well, do you own any sex toys? That's my first question. Because so many women have never tried a sex toy.
I know.
That is depressing. Because
Yeah.
most women can't get an orgasm from penetration alone. You need foreplay. And there's a lot of men that don't know exactly what they're doing down there. You have to literally coach them.
Yeah.
So how are you supposed to know what you like and what you love about your body and what feels good to you unless you've experimented with yourself? Sex toys are a great part of that. So
Yeah, I would agree. I went to a bachelorette party and the whole time I was like convincing people to get sex toys because it's like they're all like, "What? I've never tried that before," and it's like break the whatever stigma and just like get one, like just try it out and see kind of what you're comfortable with. And yeah, you have to know kind of what you enjoy before you can tell your partner what you enjoy. Flavored lube.
yeah.
You could get one of those, like, there's a book that has like 100
Like
sex
Kumasatra
positions.
or whatever. Is that how you say it? Kumasatra?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
So, yeah, just kind of add some.
I feel like being in a bigger body, I'm limited to like half of those positions, but there was
one that one of my friends got for her wedding, and they were just like the funniest positions. It was so funny. It was like, I don't remember what they were, but
I know there's
like
some weird
Seahawk.
ones out there. There's ones where like the woman's like standing, like doing a headstand.
Yeah.
It's like
there's one where
you
like
got to be like an acrobatic gymnast.
There's one where they're like balancing on a chair and like the legs are up on the chair, and I'm like, you're gonna break your head open. But good luck.
But my mind just went automatically sexual. Get your mind out of the gutter, Shaylee. When she asks, like, spice up the love life.
Oh, isn't that what it was about?
I don't know. It could be.
Or if you're not talking about sex, just like date each other.
Yeah.
More. Go on dates.
I think also encouraging curiosity.
Yeah.
Within the relationship. Because I think, especially if you've been married for a while, you lose that. I mean, you feel like you know everything about each other. When in reality, you're really learning new things about each other every single day, but it doesn't feel like that when you've been married for a really long time. So encouraging these like curiosity conversations of like, hey, is there anything that you've ever wanted to do in the bedroom or not in the bedroom? Is there any place you've ever wanted to go with me? And like hearing their response that way. Because I think sometimes people don't want to open up about the things they're really feeling inside out of fear of judgment and things. So if you really want your relationship to be one where you feel like you can talk to each other about everything, it's like releasing that judgment and being like, there's no right or wrong answer, you know? That's one of the biggest things that I feel like I've learned just by researching and like reading books about sex since I left my marriage. I did mention in a previous episode, I had to kind of like redefine what sex was to me. And that's like one of the biggest things that I was reading is to just have that open communication of like, is there anything you've ever wanted to try in the bedroom? Like, what are your fantasies? You know, let's do them together. And then that brings you closer. And then it doesn't have you longing for something outside of your relationship either.
That makes sense. Yeah.
If you're in a monogamous relationship.
Yeah.
But yeah, dating is super important. And I think a lot of people, I feel like once people get married, they stop dating.
Yeah.
They're like, oh, well, we're already there. So this is the way it is now.
I've heard from multiple people who have been in like marriages for a long time, like make sure you make dating a priority in the beginning and like find a date night every week. Because otherwise like you're going to lose it. And some people haven't gone on dates in like 10 years. And I'm like, that's crazy.
Yeah. And you and Basil go on dates every week.
Yeah. We make it a priority. Like last week
great.
we didn't because I was sick. And so we were like, we feel so weird right now. We're like, when is our next date?
But your date was at home together while you were sick.
Yeah, sometimes we make the most of it. Like we'll cook together, you know, something like that, where it's at home. We'll watch a movie. But
you guys have been doing a lot of that lately. You've been cooking together. HelloFresh.
Well, I've been cooking it mostly, but yeah.
Oh, okay. Not sponsored. That'd be pretty cool though.
Yeah, I know. I love HelloFresh. Saved our lives. But
So yeah, that's just a few things. Okay. No limits, all imagination. What would be your best date? Which type of man, food, sex, no sex, etc.? That's a very loaded question.
oh my gosh.
Okay, so I went on a date like a month ago, maybe a month and a half ago, where I brought blankets. We laid them down. We found like this cute little pond with like lit up trees, and we just laid down and stargazed. It was free.
Fun.
And he was like, "This is the most romantic date I've ever been on." And I was like, "Me too." And it was magical. To me, it's like the little simple things like that. I love being in nature. I love like the little things. Just, I don't know. It's, to me, I don't need anything extravagant or crazy. I prefer to just be one-on-one with somebody and not like at a bar or a club or something. Appreciating nature together and being able to talk. That's like my perfect date. And food, of course, some kind of food in there. And as far as sex or no sex, how far along are we talking in this relationship? Like, if you've been together for a while and you've already had sex,
That's true.
then yeah, I would say sex would be a great ending to the date. But I guess it depends on where you are in the relationship.
Yeah. That's good.
Now I just want to stargaze all the time, but it's starting to get cold outside, and I can't do it when we have like snow on the ground.
Yeah, no, it would be too chilly. You'd be like, I'm on ice right now. To me, like my favorite dates are like when we do a lot of fun events, like fun things, activities. That's what.
Yeah.
Like,
I know we have a very different ideal first date.
Like we went for our Valentine's date last year. We went to like did bowling and like went to a movie and went to dinner. Like all of that is fun to me because it's like we get to just like spend the whole day together. Yeah. So to me, like the perfect date is like you get the whole day to just kind of like do different things. Which I'm looking forward to because that's kind of what I want to do for my birthday because we both took it off. So I'm like, we're just going to go to like Denver or something and just make a day of it. So yeah, I don't know. I would say I can't think of anything like super specific, but just like having the whole day to hang out.
Yeah.
So
I like that. And what's your love language?
Quality time.
Okay. So that makes sense then.
Yeah. What's yours?
Mine's words of affirmation.
Okay. So you want to stargaze and
if we're
talk
like
to each other.
Yeah, it's like stargazing and then looking at each other and being like, "You're amazing. So are you. Let's make out for a little bit. Okay, now let's look back at the stars again." Like that sounds amazing to me. That's perfect.
I love that.
This one might be a little bit hard for us to answer. How do you deal with toxic in-laws and setting boundaries? I know you haven't really
No, I don't deal with
that experience. And I wouldn't necessarily say that my in-laws were toxic by any means, but there were moments where we had to cut back on communication or change our communication style with them for a time being. I think like moving away from his parents was helpful.
Yeah.
They were just very involved in our life. And I actually worked for my ex-father-in-law for a while too. So that was hard to like separate family and work.
Yeah.
But the thing with setting boundaries is you're not asking permission for somebody to respect your boundaries. When you set a boundary, you're saying like, this is what I will or will not tolerate. And then if they choose to disrespect your boundary, you place the consequences that you already made. So if you're going to tell them, "Hey, I really need you guys to back off a little bit," then you would express that and say, "We would really like you to back off a little bit, give us some space. And if you can't do that, we're going to XYZ. We're going to not show up to family gatherings for a little bit until we feel like we've maintained more peace with you." Or I'd really like you to stop talking about my weight. And if you can't do that, then I'm just going to have to eliminate contact with you. They know what the consequence is, and they know what will happen if they don't respect your boundary. But you're not responsible for their response. You're just responsible for following through with the boundary that you created. And this is something I'm still learning.
Answer.
Well, I feel like it's just one of those things you have to constantly exercise
Yeah.
because it doesn't come naturally
Right.
for most people, especially people with people-pleasing tendencies. So I don't know if that answered the question, but we have another food question. Favorite topping on pizza?
So I like a white pizza. Like none of this marinara sauce. I mean, I'll eat it if it's on there, but I like white pizza, like a garlic sauce, and then some like chicken, diced chicken and spinach and feta.
Yeah, that's good.
Chef's kiss.
Are you talking
for
about
sure.
the kind from like Papa Murphy's?
Not specifically Papa Murphy's. My favorite is actually Domino's because I like thin crust. I forgot to mention that's very important.
Oh, okay.
I do not like thick. Like
Do you like stuffed crust though?
No, I like thin
What?
crust. I like to just I like a crunchy moment.
Who doesn't like stuffed crust?
I don't. I
like
never
cheese.
have.
You say you like cheese.
I don't like too much cheese though. Like I am one of those people that like that's too much cheese. Like, have you ever seen the skirted heifers? The skirted heifer.
I don't like the skirted heifer.
Yeah,
It's
they give you
too
that
much grease.
giant thing of cheese. People will just eat that. And I'm like, ew, gross. Yeah, they give you fried cheese to go with your burger, and it's like this huge skirt. That's the whole point of a skirt.
Oh,
anyway, but
gross.
Yeah, that's my ideal pizza for sure.
Yeah, I'm kind of with you there. I'd prefer a white sauce over a red sauce, but I love all the vegetables on it. Talking mushrooms, onions, peppers,
I like onions and peppers. Yeah.
Tomatoes.
Okay.
Black olives.
Yeah.
Yeah, you like?
I'll take all those veggies
bacon,
on there.
Bacon, sausage.
I don't want bacon.
Italian sausage.
I'll take sausage.
I'd rather have sausage than chicken.
Okay, I'd rather have diced chicken.
But
if it's a red sauce, you could not have chicken on it. Gross.
Yeah, I agree with that. That's
Yeah.
disgusting. You need some fresh basil on there. It's all about the herbs.
I love the spinach, like when it's like baked on the pizza.
Yeah, spinach is good too. Now I'm getting hungry.
Oh my goodness, my tummy's a rumbling.
This is turning into lunchtime.
Wait, before you read the next one. Pineapple on pizza. Thoughts?
No.
Exactly, yeah.
Pineapple is my favorite fruit.
Me too. Well, third favorite, but yeah.
It's my favorite fruit.
Okay.
But on pizza, absolutely not.
Absolutely not. You're getting the pineapple juice all over the little...
Yeah, no. I don't like sweet things on like savory foods.
Thank you.
I have a hard time with sweet potatoes because I'm like, why are these sweet? They're supposed to be potatoes.
This is why we're sisters.
What was that?
Not our genetics. This is why we're actually sisters. Like the elbow.
This is why we don't fight because we like.
Wait. Let me try this one.
What are we doing? What are you doing? I don't know. Oh no! Don't make her laugh.
I was trying to get a good high five going, but it never worked out. All right.
Yeah, fruit and salad. Gross.
Oh,
like strawberries in a salad with ranch. Like that's disgusting.
People will do like strawberries with like vinaigrette.
Apples. Ew.
I totally agree.
Do not put sweet things on savory foods.
I'll eat a salad and then a side of apples.
Yeah, exactly.
But I'm not gonna mix those.
No.
In Nebraska, they dipped their cinnamon rolls in chili, and I think that should be a crime.
Are you kidding?
Should be a crime. I'm not joking. It was like a big thing there.
Ew.
That's a crime.
That's disgusting.
Yeah.
Or like when people dip their French fries in their milkshake.
Oh God.
Gross.
No.
I'm so glad we see eye on this.
Wow, this is really bonding us now.
I never knew you felt so strongly
I know.
about this.
I thought you liked pineapple on pizza.
No.
Okay.
Not me. You're
Good.
thinking of someone else, your other sister.
Now I trust you.
Now you truly trust me. The best and worst parts of being single and the best and worst parts of being married.
Oh, wow.
Kylie's still fresh in the marriage, so
I can answer it.
you can still answer. But
Let me think for a second.
well, I can say the best part about being single is you can do whatever the hell you want. Nobody's telling you what to do. Nobody's like standing over your shoulder. You don't have to like worry about all of your decisions affecting another person. You can have time to yourself. A lot of people are really threatened by time to yourself in a relationship. But that's like key to me. I need time to myself. So that's probably the best part. The worst part is, I don't know, I guess just not having that person that you can like talk to and that companionship and having that person who knows you so well and I don't know. Missing out on cute things, cute couple things. That'd probably be my answer.
I remember when I was single, it was like holidays were always hard.
Yeah.
Because everyone's with their like loved one.
Definitely.
But
last year was really, the holidays last year were
yeah.
really hard for me. They were my first holidays being divorced.
Except Thanksgiving, because we had a blast.
Yeah.
Of course.
Except for that. And we even spent Christmas with my ex. So it's not like, I don't know.
Oh, yeah.
It's a hard thing to explain because you're happy you're no longer in the marriage, but at the same time, you're like, I don't have anybody.
Yeah.
And everybody else has somebody.
Mm.
And because I'm such a hopeless romantic, I'm always like comparing my life to other people's lives when it comes to love. And so you get into that really unhealthy comparison game sometimes.
Oh, yeah.
The best part of being married is... it's a hard thing for me to answer. I mean, I guess it goes along with having that companion to be with. The worst part of being married is you're stuck with that person. Just kidding. I have a really like cynical view of marriage still. I can't really like.
No, that's fair.
I don't know.
I don't if you really look at the history of marriage, it's really messed up. I would say my favorite part of marriage is like just like having your best friend there all the time. So like if you're like, I really want to go there tonight. Okay, I'll see if he wants to go. Like always having someone there to hang out with, or if you just need cuddles, just like having that person there. And I think also just like knowing that like you're not alone, like you have someone with you. I guess that's the same thing. But like to me, that's probably my favorite thing is just like having my best friend there at all times. Mm-hmm. And then the worst thing is, probably just like losing that independence of like making completely your own choices. Not that you shouldn't be able to make your own choices in a marriage, but like, you don't have to consider someone else.
Yeah. You don't have to like sacrifice.
Right. So you can kind of just like mess around and see what happens.
Yeah.
But I don't know, but I wouldn't change it because I like it.
Yeah. Yeah, I almost feel like the best and worst parts of being single and the best and worst parts of being married go together.
They flippity flop.
They're flippers.
I know when you were sharing, I was like, I was going to say that. So they're pretty much the same.
Yeah.
Opposites.
Shaylee, how often do you go on dates and do your kids know that you're dating?
Oh, good question.
I've been going on dates like pretty much every week. Why are you laughing?
It reminded me of Napoleon Dynamite. He's like, we talk online about 3 hours a day.
Oh. Was it just like the way I said it?
It's like, I guess it's getting pretty serious.
Yeah, like once a week, I guess. Do your kids know you're dating? No, they don't.
Yeah.
I actually have like been bringing up, I question them every now and then, like, hey, how would you feel if daddy had a girlfriend or mommy had a boyfriend? And their biggest concern is that we're just going to marry somebody who's evil. So Eden's like, I don't want an evil stepfather or stepmother.
Fairy tale movies.
It's true. It's like she loves like the Cinderella story. It's like her favorite movie, the one with Hilary Duff. So she watches it all the time. And I'm like, I try to assure her, I'm like, there's no way I'm ever going to marry somebody who's mean to you. And daddy's never going to marry somebody who's mean to you. So that's not an actual concern you have to have. But I understand where you're coming from.
Yeah.
But then like last week, she was like, I never want you to get remarried. And I was like, so you don't want me to ever be happy? And she was like, I just feel like it would be awkward. Okay. That's good. That's fair.
You should have her watch like Yours, Mine, and Ours, like those types of movies where it's like combined mixed families, you know, and then they end up happily ever after.
Yeah.
But that's funny, the evil step.
Well, and that was part of the reason why I wanted her to like befriend her friends in her class that have divorced parents more and like talk to them about some of the stuff she was going through. Because I was like, because she would make comments like, I'm the only kid who has divorced parents. And I'm like, that's definitely not true.
No, there's no way. Mm-hmm.
So I'm like, find the kids in your class who have divorced parents and then talk to them about it. Like, how do they deal with things? How do they feel? And most of her friends who have divorced parents have gotten remarried and like had other kids with them or whatever. So I feel like she has a lot of different opinions and experiences now that she's actually befriended those kids more.
That's good.
Yeah. Kind of piggybacking off of that.
When would you tell them you're dating?
Yeah, there was a question in here, so I can't find it now.
Oh.
Have you put any thought into if, when, and how you'll introduce your kids to your next serious significant other? I feel like it has to be at least 6 months of dating. And it may even be longer than that, but there would have to be actual seriousness in it.
Mm-hmm.
Now, this is where I struggle because I'm like, does there have to be talks of marriage? Because honestly, I don't even know how I feel about marriage.
Yeah.
I'm kind of like, I guess ideally I'd like to get married again, but the thought of it is overwhelming and it makes me panic.
I think as long as you know that you're serious about this person, it doesn't matter if you're going to get married or not.
Yeah. Do you think there could be a conversation that's like, we're serious about each other and we want to be in each other's lives long term?
Yeah. We just don't know if we'll get married.
Yeah.
Because I feel like that might even be easier for kids than like this person is, we're going to get married soon.
That's true.
Because then that's what you see in the movies is like, my parents are getting remarried. Like that's usually how they find out that they're dating someone. But I think if you like gradually introduce them.
I hate that about movies. That's a pet peeve. Like in The Parent Trap when he's like, this is going to be your new mom. And she's like, I don't even know this girl.
Oh my God. Yeah.
And, I mean, that's a huge thing too, is like, you have to see how your significant other is with your kids. And you have to see if your kids like your significant other.
Oh, that's super important.
Yeah. So it's like, you don't want to wait too long.
Yeah.
Because you do want them to be in each other's lives to see how it would work. But at the same time, whoever you're introducing your kids to, like, they're going to get attached to.
Mm-hmm.
So it's trying to protect them. I don't know. I'm still kind of thinking about it. I guess I don't really have a solid plan yet. I think I'll just take it as it comes and see.
You'll know when you know, I guess.
Yeah. I guess so. Kylie, have you learned any marriage lessons from seeing Shaylee's divorce? We kind of talked about that last week, I think.
About it.
But you can reiterate for people who missed it.
I don't remember what I said. I think she's just taught me like what to look out for and how to communicate in a healthy way, I feel like. So I don't know. I feel like it's just opened my mind to different things that like maybe I wouldn't have seen as a problem before. That I'm just like, constantly thinking of or like on the lookout for.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I'd probably say that.
Yeah. Solid. What's the most cringe thing about marriage to look back on once you're divorced?
Cringe.
That's an interesting question. What's the most cringy part of marriage that I look back on? I mean, probably the fact that I got married so young is really cringy. And I really had like no opinions of my own or no mind of my own too, because I got married so young, I think.
Oh yeah.
I just like went with the flow. Like whatever he said, I was like, okay. I guess the cringy part is reading the diary I was writing as I was meeting him when I was like 18, 19 and just how quickly it escalated. And I've been reading that diary over and over just so that I don't make the same mistakes this time. Which I don't think I will, because I think I've grown a lot as a person, and I think everybody kind of has to go through a toxic relationship to understand like what they deserve later on in life. But yeah, I would say just like how quickly I was able to like trust him and let my guard down and just, I mean, we were engaged within 4 months. So just how fast it was. And then how I just let him call all the shots, because he's definitely a more assertive personality than I am. So that's cringy to look back on.
Favorite ice cream? Go.
Favorite ice cream?
Yeah.
Strawberry cheesecake.
Oh, okay.
Yours?
With the cheesecake chunks?
Yeah.
In it? That stuff's good. I really like strawberry ice cream, but probably cookie dough.
That was my first response, but as I've gotten older, I like chocolate less.
Oh, yeah. No, I don't like... I agree with that. I like just like the vanilla base chocolate chip cookie dough.
Yeah.
So it's not super chocolatey.
Yeah.
Or peanut butter ice cream.
Yeah. What about a sugar cookie ice cream? Like a cookie dough sugar cookie?
No.
No, you have to have the chocolate chips in there.
Probably. I'd rather have that. Again, the crunch rather than the like softness. I don't know.
That makes sense.
But cake batter ice cream from Cold Stone.
Are we gonna get food after this?
That's good stuff. I know. Now I want pizza.
I
haven't really.
I want to go to Cold Stone.
I haven't eaten in like 2 days. Like
what?
Because like every time I do, I get it like a cough attack. Yesterday, you can cut this out. Yesterday, I like threw up after work. I got in my car and like literally threw up liquid for
Just,
like 20
phlegm,
minutes.
like phlegm and stuff.
Like I was literally like I had a Dunkin' bag. And I was just like going ham.
Maybe you should go to the doctor. Okay, I'm reading off a few deep questions on here because now we're out of questions, but I want to know some things about Kiley. Before you make a telephone call, do you ever rehearse what you're going to say?
Yeah.
I do that.
The only time I do is if it's from like my managers for some reason. Because they're like the only people who intimidate me. Because I'm like, they could fire me. So like sometimes I'll type it out and I'll be like, hello. Sense. This is Kiley. And like, but I never end up using it. Like I end up just like talking naturally. Or the biggest one is if I'm leaving a voicemail because I want to make sure I get all the information in.
Yeah.
And I already know it's going to go to voicemail.
Yeah.
So I don't really use it for like a phone call, but if it does go to voicemail, then I have that there.
Yeah.
Because sometimes my words can get jumbled. But if it's like a pizza order, I don't need to rehearse that. I'm usually the one that has to call because like I'm always friends with people who are like, can you call?
Yeah.
And I'm the caller in my relationship. I always have to make the phone calls. So
This is a really morbid question.
Wait, what's your answer for
that?
Well,
yeah, I do sometimes. I think I've gotten better at it though. Okay. I hate the phone. I try to avoid it as much as possible. That's fair. But like if I need to call somebody, I will. And I'm probably not going to rehearse it unless it's like I have to set a boundary or something. Like if it's something like that, then maybe. So this morbid question is, do you have a secret hunch about how you will die? I feel like I do, but I'm afraid to say it out loud because I don't want it to come true.
Mine's going to be something crazy. Like I already know. Just because I get weird injuries all the time. Like I feel like I'm going to get bit by like a rattlesnake and then, I don't know, I'm going to fall and then like an elephant's going to step on me. Like I feel like it has to be dramatic just because like I always have weird situations going on.
That's true. You and I both have that. We always get weird injuries.
Yeah. Other than that, I don't know. I don't really know.
It's a hard thing to talk about. I know, right? It's not. I'm afraid to say what I think out loud because like what if it actually happens?
Oh no.
It brings me back to my Christian background of like there's power in the word. There's power of life or death in your words.
I got holy water somewhere.
So I have a hunch, but I'm not going to say it out loud to anybody.
That's fair.
I just don't want to speak it into existence.
I do have another hunch too, but yeah, same situation. Just because of the things I'm into, I don't want to.
Yeah. Oh, this is a good question because we are total opposites in this too. I feel like, what do you value most in a friendship? For me, I value vulnerability and authenticity. Like if you have to get deep with me or else I'm really not interested. So that's something I kind of test out pretty immediately. I'm like, I'll say something that's really vulnerable and I'll get a gauge of like a response, you know? And if people are really uncomfortable with it, I'm usually like, nah. But if people are like, yeah, this is what I did today.
I ate my twin in the womb. They're like,
I want to be able to like be comfortable to be my true authentic self with you. And if I don't have that, then I'm not really interested.
Okay. So mine is like, you have to be able to like, my friend has to put in the same effort as me.
Yeah.
Like I shouldn't be putting in more effort. And if I hang out with them and I can tell that I'd be able to hang out with them without getting annoyed, that's one. Because I cannot be friends with people with like bigger personalities than me. Like it just has never worked out for me. Because I don't know why. It's just like I like being the like entertainer, I guess. If that makes sense. I don't know. It's
because, you know, she wasn't the center of attention when we were kids because I was. So
Yeah.
she's making up for a long
It must
lost
be.
time, and now
I
she's the
just-
center of attention.
I love introverts. I just like I attract them, and they
Yeah.
just like go into my circle. Not that I don't have extroverted friends, but like I feel like I just like get along most with people who aren't like super super outgoing and obnoxious. So that, and then
Even though you married somebody who's super outgoing and can be
but when we're like hanging out with people, we're on the same level, so
Yeah.
it's fine. And like we're a team.
you guys are like literally almost the same person as far
Yeah.
as personality goes. It's funny.
Another one that I thought of was like, I need someone who's not always negative and like always like feel bad for me. Like I'm complaining about everything. My life sucks. I can't hang around those types of people. Like we need to be able to have fun, and like not that we can't talk about our problems, but like if you're just so like gloomy all the time, it's like I don't drama queens. No.
Yeah. Oh no.
So I feel like I have a very specific type of friend. Like you've probably noticed all my bridesmaids were very similar, but I like don't know how to describe it. Like they're just like
Did
nice.
we talk about this in a previous episode on your bachelorette party?
I don't know.
We were like at the table at the tiki bar, and everyone was just like staring at each other. Nobody was talking, and Kylie was over here like, so like, blah, 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 and everyone was just like listening to Kylie, and nobody else was talking because we're all introverted. And she's, well, I guess one of your friends was extroverted,
Yeah.
but the rest of us were introverted. So we were just perfectly fine with like letting Kylie have all the attention and listening to her.
That's how I find them. But I don't
It's
know.
funny.
But then I'm also like, I hope they like me. Like I hope they are not mad at me. But I always assume people hate me. Like
Yeah.
it's one of those things. But anyway, that's probably what I look for in a friend. It's just like there's a very particular type. I don't know how to describe it, but
Yeah. This is a good question. It's a very causes you to really think about it.
oh no.
Do you think anyone has the capacity to cheat, or do you think only cheaters cheat? I personally feel like anybody has the capacity to cheat. I think anybody has the capacity to do anything.
Right.
I think people snap sometimes too and do crazy things that you would never expect them to do. Really just takes all the right amount of things lining up for it to happen. I don't know. I think like even really great people can cheat and make a mistake like that.
Yeah, for sure. If you're in like a really vulnerable part of your life, or like everything's falling apart, like people change all the time. And yeah, making decisions when you're not like in a healthy space.
Yeah.
That can happen to anyone. So yeah, probably anyone.
Yeah. I don't defend cheaters, but I do feel like there's such a pitchfork mentality with cheaters in our society. It's like if you cheat, like you deserve to go to hell and burn in the flames. But it's really like, okay, but what caused that person to cheat?
Right.
Once again, I'm not saying it's okay to cheat.
Right.
But it's so much more complex than that, as most things are. When you hear
Yeah.
people do things that are terrible or awful, it's not just like a black or white issue. There's lots of moving pieces.
I don't agree with like once a cheater, always a cheater with everyone. Cause like, I think you can give them a second try, but like if they do it again, like that's different.
Yeah.
But I think like you can change from that. Like you probably were just in a really bad place. And like depending on where the issue came from, like if they weren't happy with their partner, that's
Yeah.
different. But like if it was just like, like one stumble, whatever you want to call it, like you might be able to get past that with like therapy, counseling.
Yeah.
But I don't agree with like if they're cheated once, they're going to cheat again.
Yeah, I think that comes from because, I feel like most people who have cheated struggle with like a sex or a love addiction. And most people aren't going to get help for their addictions. Like
Yeah.
there's a lot of people that just would rather not because it's a lot of work to put in. And so I think the once a cheater, always a cheater stems from that, because it's if they're not willing to face their demons head on and change it themselves and work on themselves, then they always will be a cheater because they're
Yeah.
never going to fill that gaping hole that they're trying to fill. They feel like sleeping with different people or like having relationships with different people are going to fill it, and it doesn't.
Yeah, for sure.
What do you think of Elon Musk? This is one of the questions. So
I don't like millionaires, billionaires.
No, I don't either. But
I like millionaires. Sorry, I don't like billionaires or quadrillionaires.
yeah, I love the name Elon.
No, you don't.
I do.
But you realize you can never name anything Elon, right?
Well, So that was one of our baby names on our list.
Oh my.
For a boy.
Oh no.
I think it's cool. It's 4 letters. I have a thing for 4-letter names. Both my kids have 4 letters in their name. I just think it's a really cool name. It's really unique.
I think it would be cool
Elon,
if he didn't
I think
exist.
it's a cool name.
If someone else was named it, I think it'd be cool.
That's true.
Because he's like so big.
Yeah. But yeah, it's probably. I guess it'd be like the same thing as like naming your child like Oprah. Like you're already comparing them to somebody so famous, and they would get that comment everywhere they go.
Yeah.
But I do have to say, I was always hesitant to name Jude because I was worried everyone would be like, "Hey, Jude," and people do that. Definitely, people do that. It's usually like older people, like in their 50s and 60s.
But it's
But
not
they'll be like, "Hey, Jude."
It's just a song. It's
and
not
Jude
like,
smiles. He loves it.
Yeah.
I thought he'd be annoyed though.
It's like Caroline, sweet Caroline. Like
That would get annoying if my name was Caroline. I would not like it.
but they usually embrace it. I've known a few
Yeah.
Carolines and they love it.
Yeah, Jude seems to like it so far. It'll be interesting to see if he likes it when he's a teenager.
I saw Jude for a girl and I thought that was really cute too.
Yeah, and there's a lot of boys named Eden.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we've actually known several boys named Eden. I've
Love
known
it.
more boys named Eden than girls.
Love
So,
it.
Yeah, Elon could be a girl's name too. This is kind of an interesting question. What's your spirit animal? Now, I feel weird saying spirit animal because like I don't feel like that's probably a correct thing to say because we're not Native American. But what's an animal that you resonate or connect with?
I don't want to be basic, but like I want to say a dog.
Okay.
I don't know. I've always had a connection with monkeys.
Where do you
Like-
see monkeys at?
Like whenever I would go to the zoo, I'd be like, "They are me. We are one."
Like
I've always-
gorillas or like monkeys?
No, like chimps. Chimps for sure. And we
Okay.
went to South Carolina and like mom and I went to like this really cool tiger exhibit and they had like a monkey that would just like obsess with me. Like just wanted to cling to me all the time. I like that they're very like you can tell how they feel. Like they're very emotional, but they also are like there to have a good time.
Yeah.
And they're entertainers. And I just feel like I don't know, I connect with a monkey.
Okay.
Sounds crazy. Or just like a golden retriever who just
Yeah.
like wants to be around people.
Playful energy.
Yeah.
That's you.
I feel like you're a bird of some sort.
That's a great guess.
Hummingbird?
I feel like hummingbird is one,
Yeah.
but I also feel like a fox is one.
Okay, I can see that. You would
Yeah.
be like a snow fox, like a white
Mhm.
fox.
Like an Arctic fox.
Mhm. Yep, that's the word.
Definitely. No, I mean, a fox has a really significant meaning to me. It came to me like as I was questioning leaving my marriage. I was praying to God one night, and this was like in Nebraska, in the middle of a city. We were staying at this Airbnb in the city.
Yeah.
And I was praying and I was like, I just don't know if I should leave him. Like, I don't know what to do. This is too much for me to handle. And just like crying and looking into the sky as I do. And then all of a sudden this fox came into the backyard and it just like stopped in its tracks and looked at me
That's crazy.
and was just sitting there looking at me. And this isn't the first time a fox has approached me when I've been sad or upset. I used to live in Evergreen, which is like in the mountains of Colorado. And there's so much wildlife out there. And there were many times where I'd be outside like upset about something or crying and a fox would come over
Oh my god.
and just sit and watch me. So like I have a really special connection to foxes now. But yeah, this fox came and was just looking at me and it was just so profound. And I looked it up on Google afterwards, like, what does it mean when a fox comes into your
Yeah.
life? And it was saying that you need to make a decision swiftly.
What?
Yeah,
You should get that as a tattoo.
that's what I want to do.
Get, like, a little
I
fox.
still am a skin virgin, aren't you?
Yeah, we gotta
We're
go.
still skin virgins.
I want a tattoo. So I want like 5 tattoos.
I do
but
too. I've saved a lot of really cute tattoos of like a fox with like a moon.
Cute.
I think I want like a moon and stars and a fox.
Mm-hmm.
But I can't decide if I want it to be like colorful because I love the colorful tattoo look, but I also love the simplistic, just like line
simplistic,
line
yeah.
look too. So I don't really know which one to go with, and I just
Oh man.
trying to make decisions like this is hard.
See, I'm just gonna go to the tattoo place and be like, hit me.
Hit me with your best
Yeah, I'll decide
shot.
on the spot. I think I just like flowers, like all the
Yeah.
flowery stuff, but we'll see.
Those are pretty. All right, we should probably end it here.
That's a good answer though, Fox.
Yeah,
What does the fox say though?
I don't know what he
Yippity
said.
yip, 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 yip.
And with hummingbirds, I don't know. They just always fly to me. So
That'd be
I feel a
terrifying to me.
connection with them. I love birds though, and you don't,
I
right?
hate birds.
I also love owls. Really
I
love
like
owls.
owls. Those are cool.
Yeah, they're great. They're so mysterious.
I like bats.
Do you do?
I do. I like bats. I think they're cool.
Oh, have you been to Mom and Dad's backyard recently?
I
think
haven't,
they all left.
but I see them all the time over here too when we like go to the park late at night.
Oh,
They're
yeah.
always flying above us.
Yeah, they're noisy creatures.
They are. They're so dramatic. I love
They're
them.
really good for our environment, so save the bats.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Well, thanks for listening.
Oh, speaking of bats, what's your most irrational fear? Mine is that a bat is going to fly into my hair and get
Moths.
stuck. Okay, so you're afraid of flying things too.
I hate flying things. That's why I don't like birds.
I hate them too.
But like my biggest fear is like moths, like going into the reason why I'm so scared of them is because I imagine them like going into my ear hole or like up my nose or like in my mouth, like in a hole somewhere.
A moth though, like you're not another bug that's small.
Any type of flying bug besides like flies, but like I don't know. Like,
did you know that happened to one of the daycare kids once?
well, that's the thing. I've heard so many stories. And like the thing is, every time I tell someone I'm scared of moths, or millers, some people call them, but like every time I tell people I'm scared of them, they're like, they're not going to hurt you. I'm like, they can like literally fly into my body.
They fly right into your face. They're so gross.
I hate them
and they
so
like
much.
when you flap their wings, there's like dust everywhere.
Yeah, I'm also scared of butterflies because you never know where they're going to land. And that stresses me out because they're like, fly to you and then they like stay in one spot and then they like delicately land on like your shoulder and I'm like, get away from me. I don't like the unknown of like where you're gonna fly. Like I don't mind crawling bugs as much because you can tell
because you can trap them too,
right?
But flying ones, you never know where they're gonna go. Well, that's how I feel about bats, and I've heard stories of bats flying into women's hair.
Oh yeah,
and then they get stuck.
Yeah,
like can you think of anything worse than a freaking bat being in your hair, stressed, like just flapping away?
Yeah,
getting tangled in your hair, like ugh.
Like I like the look of them above.
Yeah.
But like, no, landing on my head.
They're creepy looking and when you're like right here next to them, they're creepy.
Yeah. They have interesting faces.
So, yeah. All right.
I'm also scared of stickers, so maybe I don't know that much about the world.
Kylie's afraid of stickers on fruit. Are you just afraid of all stickers in general?
I don't like the little stickers.
It's not really a fear. It's more of like I'm
a very something that grosses you out person. Like I have a lot of sensory issues. I've always have, but like I think the stickers thing is like just the fact that like when even after you let go of a sticker, you still have the sticky residue. I don't like being sticky. It's like
yeah, I don't like it either.
But like on fruit, I'm not touching it. Like literally whenever that happens, I'm like, Basil, can you peel this sticker off?
Why don't you just cut the part with
I do that too sometimes. But like working as an elementary school teacher and like having to give out stickers, I really rarely ever did. But I like the ones where they're puffy.
Oh yeah, I like the puffy ones.
Or when I do it, I just go, I like take it super fast and put it on them.
So it's about the sticky residue that you don't like. It's not the actual sticker itself.
I don't like the fact that they stick to everything. Like just the idea of like, you can't get them off of things sometimes. They like...
You have a sticker on your computer right now. I know somebody's going to mention it.
Well, the big stickers, though, they don't bother me as much.
Oh, really?
It's just the little guys that, like, they'll just, like, stick to you. I don't know how to explain it.
Like the little smiley faces?
Yeah, the little stickers.
Like, if I really wanted to freak you out, I could just put little tiny stickers all over your room.
Oh, God. People always
I won't do that.
in my classroom. They would give me stickers as a joke, and I'd be like, ha, ha, ha. But... No, like the fruit stickers are different. Those are like the grossest things because they're so thin. Ugh. Oh, I don't know. It makes me nauseous when I see it. I'm not even joking.
Yeah.
So don't judge me.
I don't judge you.
We all have our things. If you want to hear about my sensory issues, let me know.
You're a lot like Jude in that way. Jude has a lot of sensory problems.
Yeah.
I've had to cut off like all of his tags and I cut all my tags off.
Like, everything I wear has to be soft. All my blankets have to be soft. Like,
really?
I can't just have like a sheet. No, I need like a soft blanket.
Oh.
Yeah, very particular things like that. Sometimes my hair will like annoy me. Like when it's up, I can like sense, I don't know. It's like different situations, but yeah. I need certain materials of clothes. So.
Interesting.
Mm-hmm. All right.
Okay.
Well.
It's great hanging out with you today, Kylie.
Yeah.
Thanks for sending in those questions, you guys.
Yeah. So next week is spooky. It's Halloween. We're going to probably just do a drinking episode, but if you have any ideas for like how to like make it like
spooky and
Yeah.
eerie.
Maybe like dating ghost stories. Oh,
Dating ghost stories.
that might be fun. And we'll have some fun type of festive drink next week for sure. So
Yeah, we'll come up with something that fits the Halloween spirit.
we could wear costumes.
We could.
All right.
We could do that.
Perfect.
Guess you'll just have to tune in to see what we do.
Exactly. You never know what can happen.
You never know. All right. Thanks for watching and listening. We appreciate you guys, and we will see you next week.
Yay. Bye.
Bye.